Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the video. Today I'm doing the crypto market analysis. Now last week I was talking about the possibility of either, this coming down, up a little and then down again, or it just starting to come up and break that $1 trillion mark and stay there for a little bit and basically just give us a little bit of a bounce in the market. So right now you're definitely seeing some strength. You want to see some more strength come in. So right now, this is the crypto total market cap. This is what I start every video off with, just because that's what everybody's interested in, that $1 trillion market cap. Do we get above? Do we stay below? And why does that $1 trillion matter? It's very arbitrary. People just care because it's there, in my opinion. But if it can take that out, that 1 trillion, 1.065 trillion, if it takes that out, there's a very good chance that it comes up 1.3, 1.4, maybe even a little higher, 1.8 to 2. But that's, definitely getting ahead of ourselves, but that tells us what can happen. So that's what I'm looking for this to get some continuation. However, if it fails here, it can still drop. And I'm going to talk about that with the Bitcoin chart. But I just wanted to give you the overall market cap outlook. So let's go to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is really pumping right now. And it looks like I have too much. Let me get rid of some of this. All right, guys. Back to the daily chart here on Bitcoin. And what I'm looking for, you can see this line right here. I'd have to zoom in a little bit to see where it is actually at. 20,406. So that is one important area. And then, the next area, that 22,803 is kind of important. Really 21,600. All of that's kind of going to be important. And we do have some longs right now with Ethereum and Bitcoin. I post my trades in the Discord. I don't really talk about them here because this is the overall market analysis of what I'm looking for. So last week I talked about how this could be the start of a move down, and that's why I have these targets down here. And I had targets above because I was also the same with the total market cap. Bitcoin's is the exact same way because Bitcoin is the largest crypto. A lot of people look to Bitcoin. When they look to get into crypto, they look to get into Bitcoin. Some people may think they look at other tokens, other coins because they're in them, but in reality, they all do look at Bitcoin. So what I'm looking for here, if it can stay over that, really that 20,400 level, if it can stay over that, sorry for the ads. This is the free program. I'm not going to pay money for this when you can get it on other trading channels like, BitGet, for example. So if it can stay over that level, 20,400, 21,300, and then that 22,800, if it can get above all of those, then we could easily see Bitcoin up around that 28,000, 32,000, somewhere in that range. That's something that could definitely happen. And if it got over 32,000 or 32.5, whatever, if it can get over that, we could see it maybe up to 40,000, but that's kind of, getting ahead of ourselves. We need to see it break these levels first. Once it breaks these, then, we can look at everything again and decide from there what's happening. So it looks like there's going to be a bear market rally here. And then once it comes up, most likely it's going to find that resistance. It could be up here. And then, roll back over a little bit. Now, how is that going to play out? We really have to wait and see what price does. how does it look once it gets over 22.8? If it gets over 22.8, how's it going to look? How's it going to look if it can get over that 22.8? If it gets up close to 28,000, how's it going to look? Then, I can look at the charts and say, okay, well, a couple scenarios are likely to happen and we have to wait and see which one, and then put the probabilities together. I use Elliott wave, but I use other things in combination with Elliott wave. So I don't just do strict Elliott wave. Those videos really annoy me, the strict Elliott wave, because really you can have tons of combinations. The joke is if you put 10 Elliotticians in a room and give them one chart, you get 10 different scenarios. It's just really, really silly. So that's why I combine stuff with my Elliott wave, but I do use Elliott wave a lot. So, as my primary analysis. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking at those levels. If Bitcoin is going to continue up, and it's at 20,532 right now, which is pretty strong. And I was really watching that 19,950 to 20,400 range to see what would happen. And then I had this level here around 20,403 or whatever it is. That obviously this level and that 22.8 being very important. So that's what I'm looking for Bitcoin. If it can break those levels, it can definitely continue up, and targets are here, and even up here. So you really have to wait and see what price does, but right now it is looking fairly good. That bear market rally is starting to take hold, it looks like. So now let's go to Ethereum, and Ethereum is the exact same as Bitcoin. So Ethereum, you're seeing that rally, and that rally could very easily take us above 2,000. 2022 half, and we could see this thing go a little bit higher, maybe 2,500. We'll really have to wait and see what it does look like. But right now with Ethereum, you're wanting to see it starting to take out levels, which it took out some decent levels so far. And now you want to watch that 1653 to 1780. I'm going to call it 1782 level or zone. You want to watch that zone very closely, because if it's going to continue up, that's what it's going to do. Like I said, we have longs right now in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they're looking very good. They're looking very, very good. So, but that's what I'm looking for Ethereum. You do have some nice targets above. Let's go to Cardano now. Cardano, I'm in already. You guys know it's a favorite of mine, and I'm in a lot of NFTs. So I'm in Cardano, and I was watching it coming down here, and now that it's coming up, it's looking very interesting, especially if it gets over 52 cents. So Cardano, what I'm looking at is you had this move here. So it looks like, this move, and then you had this move, and you had this move. So it looks very corrective to the downside. But, we get that move up, and it could take us, up maybe $1.20, which would be kind of crazy to think about right now, but it's possible. You get those bear market rallies, and they can be tear your face off rallies. I've been trading since the tech bubble in the late 90s. I've seen these bear market rallies, and they can rip your face off. And every market's the same. Crypto, futures, stocks, bonds, whatever. When you get those bear market rallies, they can really move quickly and sucker a lot of people in, thinking it's going to new highs, and then it reverses, and then just gets that squeeze to the downside. So that's what I've seen that a lot, and it looks like that's what's setting up. You see everything starting to move up, and this is a really strong move from Cardano. It was down at 33.5 cents or 34 cents, whatever. I talked about in the last video, watching that 32 cent mark very, very closely. If it holds above, then it can start to rally higher. And if it breaks below, then, we can see a lot more weakness. Well, that 32 cent level did not get penetrated. That 32 cent level held. And now we're seeing that strong, strong move to the upside, which is very interesting to see. Maybe I overuse the word interesting, but I think it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see, to chart, to trade. It's just fun for me. So anyway, we're at 40 cents. What am I looking for now? Well, that 43.5 cent mark is going to be important. Getting above that would show more strength, and I think with the overall market, it can definitely do that. So 43.5 cents, I'm going to call it 52 cents. And if it gets above those two levels, there's a very good chance it gets above 60 and 66 cents. So getting above all of those levels, I'm thinking $1.20 could easily be hit. That's what I'm thinking right now. The possible resistance could be 90 to 80 cents. That could be possible resistance. So keep an eye on that. If it does break 90, definitely going there. But I mean, if it breaks above 90, it goes to $1. That's pretty easy for somebody to say. But calling $1.20 here, it seems a little crazy, but it definitely can happen because that is a strong move. And if Ethereum and Bitcoin keep going in the direction that they're going to and take out some levels, then Cardano's, I expect to take out some levels as well. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. The only other scenario would just be kind of weird, but it would stay below 52.5, 53 cents. It would stay below that, and it would be choppy. So it would come down, come back up, stay below this level, and then make another low. That it could be playing out that way, and it would be kind of ugly, and but that's something that could happen. So keep an eye on this. If everything else is going crazy to the upside, I expect Cardano to follow through as well. Now let's go to Matic. Matic is definitely a favorite of mine. Actually, all of these are good, but Matic I like a lot. I like Cardano. I'm in Ethereum and Bitcoin. So all of these I've talked about so far, I am in. Matic, I bought a bunch down here and just been holding. I sold a little bit as we went up, and I'm just holding. Because sometimes it's good if it rallies. You take your profit off the table, and you're just playing with the house's money. That's never a bad thing to do. Because then you don't really lose anything. So anyway, I talked about last week seeing a very good chance of Polygon bouncing from here and coming up into this region. I didn't watch my video from last week, so I don't know exactly what I said. But I know I was looking at $1.20 and probably $1.50, $1.20, $1.50, maybe as high as $1.75, $1.65, something like that. But we are seeing that move up now, and we should not see a move back below 88 cents if this move's going to continue. So price should stay above 88 cents if this is going to continue. Right now it's at 94.8 cents. So, it kind of needs to rally up, get over that 96 cent mark, 97 cent mark, and start showing more strength. But right now it's looking okay. So it can very easily just chop around, maybe come down again, and then go up. Most likely, if the market's doing what I think it's going to do, then we should see this thing start to push up again, not get below 88 cents. If it does get below that 88 cent mark, then I do expect it to come back down in the 70s and the 60s. Then from there, it can very easily find some support and start to push up again. But right now, I'm looking at Matic and seeing, okay, well, is it going to continue upward? Is it going to get over $1 here? If it gets over $1, then it should be able to continue pushing and get over the last high around that 105, 106 area. So that's what I'm looking for Matic. It's moving up, but it's kind of hesitant here. So it's going to be interesting if it's going to keep pushing up or get below that 88-cent mark. Which one is it going to do? It's going to be fun watching it. So we'll see what it can do here and, pick it up again next week. So now let's go to Solana. And Solana is also getting a pump here. It stayed over that I'm going to call it 26-cent level over here. It stayed over that, and now you're getting that push higher. So what is that going to turn into? I can go ahead and get rid of these. I don't think they're really that important right now. Or, now with this move up, they're not important at all, actually. All those levels don't really matter. I need to redraw that. As Solana pushes up, there's a lot of resistance, but over 35, 33, I would expect it to at least come up here. So 43 to 48 half. I would expect it to come up somewhere up here. Once it does that, what is it going to do from there? Because this is technically, it did not make a low, but neither did Ethereum. Bitcoin did. So as it moves up, it can definitely come up into this region. So if it comes up, I want to see what is it going to look like. Does it take out this level and that level, and then it comes up here? Good. And then I kind of expect it to take out the high. If it takes out those two levels here, I expect it to take out this high, but how much further does it go is going to be the real question. So it can take this out and just be strong, and it would come up probably at minimum, I'd say probably 94.70 to 80, somewhere in there is what I would start to look for. And that's assuming it takes this high out, it takes this high out, it comes up, and it's strong in the process, and it takes this high out, and it's strong in the process. So that would make me think that if it's going to be choppy, then 50 to 60 is probably all that's in the cards. But if it's going to move up, right now it's at $31. If it moves up to 43, I would expect Ethereum and Bitcoin to be pushing and breaking levels. And with them breaking levels, I would expect Solana to also break this big level here, or zone, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I would look for Solana. I'm not trading Solana here, but that's what I would look for with it. Now let's go to BNB. BNB, I do like BNB. I trade BNB. I've only traded Solana a handful of times, so that's why I say that. So Binance looks good, and it's holding higher levels, just like Matic is. Matic's holding higher levels. Binance is as well, because you see Ethereum made a move similar to this, and it came down more. Bitcoin made a weaker move and made a new low and then popped up. Cardano made not a move similar to this. It was more like this, and then it made a low, and now it's moving up. Solana the same way, similar to this, made a low. So with Binance holding higher levels, if it starts taking out some areas, so that 299 to 307, if it takes that out, then it should be able to very easily take out 336 and wind up 400 plus 400 for 40 somewhere up there, with the possibility of going a little bit higher. So that's kind of what I'm watching with this, and it would probably come up here ish and then start to roll back over maybe. But right now it's looking good. Getting over this zone is kind of what it needs to do in a strong fashion. It needs to just take that level out, and then once it takes it out, it can be 400 plus. It can be up there fairly quickly if this is what the market is going to do. And if it does reject here, it's going to come back down here and test this level, test this zone, and it can come down and support above 200. So I would say 215 to 235, that zone could be support. If it takes out this zone here that I talked about, that 299 to 307, it can take that out, come up, and then find resistance and come down again. And that resistance can be anywhere from 326 to 340. So that can be the resistance. It can find that, and then it can come down again. So that's another scenario. So you have the crazy bull scenario, you have the weak scenario, and you have the mildly sideways scenario. So those are three right there. Now let's go to XRP. And XRP pushed up last month, and it's just been going sideways the entire month of October, September 28th till today, or September 24th till today. It's been going sideways, very, very sideways. So what is it likely to do right now? Let's bring in the rest of the chart and we can look at things. All right, so let's start with the entire chart. So we had this move up, this move down, and now we can look at it a couple of different ways. So if this is going to be our X wave, that means this is our W or X, and we're waiting for our Y up here. And I'm starting to think maybe this is not our X. Maybe our X is over here. Well, we can see this thing have this little bounce here, but because it's so choppy, it looks like maybe it wants to move up one more time and then find resistance right down here, and then it can come down again. Now, what's the other scenario of that? Let me zoom in a little bit so we can, because we don't need everything on this chart. All right, so now, we have had this move. This can be the end of this move. And now this is just looking for support. So it can support this level, can support 42.35. It can come a little bit lower, 39.40. But this can turn into something and start moving higher, especially if the rest of the market's moving higher. XRP, I think, should also move higher, but it won't move to the extent that Ethereum can move. XRP is going to be choppier just because you have so much news out there, so much, I hate to use the word fundamental. I don't really like that word that much, but different news events. That's probably the better word. You have a lot of news events out there with XRP. They're in the middle of a trial. The government's looking at them, and the SEC is suing them. So you have a lot of chatter out there. Somebody comes in and says something about the trial that can move it very, very quickly. Now, XRP, I know I make fun of it a lot, And I think that they're going to find another crypto to replace XRP in the US. I don't think they're going to use XRP, but there's a strong community behind XRP that believe so. And where belief is, that's where trades can go. So because there's a lot of belief there, somebody comes in and says something about the trial, and where would XRP go? Well, most likely it would go higher because everybody wants XRP to win their case. Everybody does. Because with crypto, a rising tide lifts all boats. So if XRP wins, it means all of crypto wins. If XRP loses, it means there's a black eye on crypto itself. So everybody wants XRP to win, me included. Yeah, I think XRP is probably going to be replaced in the US, but they have a strong market outside of the US. So they have different companies they're working with. They have contracts, stuff like that. So XRP is doing what they're supposed to be doing. They just can't do it in the US because they're being sued right now. And that is really, I think, what the whole concept of this trial is, to hold them up so someone else can come in and take their place. I'm hearing different rumors of different companies, different projects, whatever you want to call them, but they're rumors and it is what it is. But right now, let me actually look at XRP, and I think they can, from here, we can see 70, 80 cents. Are we going to see $1, $1.30? I don't know. But if we see the move in Bitcoin and Ethereum, Cardano, Matic, Solana, BNB, then yeah, XRP can come up here. So I'm not ruling that out. You really want to see what XRP does from here. And the path of least resistance right now is probably up into that 70 to 80 cent range. And that would be, this move here, find a low, and then you can move up here. Now, this sideways isn't as long as I would like, but it's good enough. It's really good enough. If it comes up here, this is going to be your short-term resistance. Anywhere from 55 and 16 cents to 51 and a half cents. So that's probably going to be your short-term resistance. Your support anywhere from, I'd say, 38.70 to 42.20. That would be your support, and that would be my target on the support, because it looks like it does want to go higher. And once that happens, we'll have to reassess and see where everything is at. So that's what I'm thinking with all of those tokens right now. If you have a different analysis, something different you're thinking, throw that in the comment section below. There's no right or wrong answers to any of this. This is just what we see as far as the charts. If you have something fundamentally, you can always throw that down in the comment section, and we can talk about it there. Intellectual debates are great. I do enjoy that. What I don't like is, people just putting other people down because they think what they have to say is more important. But I love an intellectual debate. Those are great and a ton of fun. And I always come out learning something. So that's why I do love intellectual debates, because I don't know everything and I never claim to know everything. I know what I know and I do what I do, and leave it at that. So thanks everyone for watching the video, for staying here till the end. I appreciate that a lot. So with that, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around in the crypto markets. Take care.